up, y'all? It's the fellas at the Lunchroom podcast. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, y'all. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. It's another episode of the Lunchroom podcast.
Woo!
All right. Well, you're sitting here with the same three as usual. It's me, your boy Dapper Dan. Of course, of me as usual.
I gotta hit my Ray.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jazz
It's
Hands?
my guy Fritz,
It's in a
a.k.a.
jazzy mood today.
Jazz Hands. Jazz Hands.
I should look filthy on camera, bro.
It did.
Yo, you didn't put your
And he had the big T on. He looked gross.
You look stiff just now. Boy.
And of course, with
They
my
go
guy
crazy.
Fritz, we got myself, Ray, a.k.a. the movie guy, a.k.a. previously known as Jazz Hands.
For me.
I'm not doing Jazz Hands next
now.
week, so like it's gonna have to be Fredo or something like that. But yeah, Fredo behind the camera as usual.
Eating
know what I'm
mad
saying?
chips.
Facts. We had a conversation in the store. Like Pringles is probably the best chip to get the bang for your buck.
Yeah, because you know what you getting.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm
exactly
saying.
what you
It's not the
getting.
best chip,
It's dead not
but
the
it's
best chip.
that the best chip for your money though.
I wish.
I might argue Doritos for that.
But in terms of like how much you're
like-
getting for your because Doritos will give you a bag with like
Six actual
with
chips.
six
Oh.
chips. Like Pringles will give you.
I
like,
hear you.
You know what I'm saying? But
Niggas moved on to them organic chips now, though. For me,
fact,
Organic chips. What you talking
I
about?
forgot the name.
yeah, I
Like
don't know
Hanks?
the names.
It's like Hanks or Hands.
Hands?
Yeah.
Oh, the shit that makes the soda and shit too? House, yeah.
Some shit like that. Them
House,
shits is good,
House,
though.
Yeah.
I heard you wasn't fucking with the Korean barbecue joints.
Oh no, that's not House. That's I know what you're talking about. But them bitches is disgusting.
You're
You're
wild.
bugging.
Them shits is fire.
There's Korean barbecue chips, y'all. If you ever seen it in the store, burn
Try
it.
them.
Burn it. Don't
They
ever
are
buy it.
mad good.
Don't burn the store, burn the chips.
That is excellent chips right there.
Support the ox. But shoot, we wasn't here last week. We had to handle some business. But actually, we went and got organized.
A little brief hiatus.
And a part of that organization, we got names and for shit now.
Yeah, we naming things.
I mean,
So we're gonna start off today with the lunch line chatter. That's what we're gonna call this, the lunch line chatter. And basically that's just a bunch of current events going on. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. We didn't change the show, but just gonna keep things organized. So we're gonna start off with probably the biggest news to me, which was Rihanna Taylor's situation. I have a very strong opinion on this, but they basically reached a settlement, $12 million settlement.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask.
Came along with, according to reports, several different police reforms and policies and things of that nature.
Okay.
So let's react. How do we feel?
I mean, that's cool that her family's been compensated and all, and that they do, a couple policies here and there. But at the end of the day, the cops who were involved in her murder need to be dealt with. That's the main thing that people have been asking for. You know what I mean? So it's like the job is not really done in a sense, but they settled at the same time. So it's like
I was gonna say, like, I think once you settle, there's no like arresting. There's no arresting cops or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
that's part of this. I'm pretty sure it's
that's part of the settlement.
Yeah.
Like that's why you. But that's why it's like a double-edged sword, I guess. Like it's cool they got money, but it's like, can you put a price on your loved one's death?
Yeah.
So it's like, would you have rather? I guess it's one of those things where I guess as a family member, whatever, you gotta pick your losses because you could have took it to trial or whatever, how that goes, and possibly walked away with nothing. It could have been a non-guilty verdict, like how it regularly goes, and you walk away with no bread in your pocket, no verdict, and best chance to win after that, I think, is an appeal, which probably takes another couple of years.
Yeah,
So
it's basically like choices of like, yo, do I want to drag this out even longer than it's been
and
spend money and maybe not get anything back, or sit down, chop it up, see what I can get from it.
That was the advisors really in their ear. Like you see the track record.
Yeah.
Shit usually doesn't go well. So it's like, I understand, but it's like, damn, because people have been wanting this for so long. So I mean, this is unfortunately not going to be the last time some shit like this happens. So, it would have just been good to see them pay for what they did.
It is cool that like it came with reforms.
That was the part that was like, it took a little bit of the grief off my
Yeah.
shoulders. Like, all right, maybe they didn't go in there and just get some money. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They came out with what should be different police reforms.
Like the
So,
Central Park, I think it was just money, right? Like they
I
got
believe
compensated.
I didn't hear anything
other
else,
than just money.
Obviously, yeah, just exonerated with money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's different. I guess it could start a trend in that sense where like from now when these situations happen, if you do settle, it comes with other circumstances. I don't know.
Well, I don't know circumstances, but like other collateral
incentives.
Yeah, incentives. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's just to close it up on this. It's just like I'm just tired of like I mean, Malcolm X said this, and I don't know his exact words, so I'm just gonna try and quote it as best as possible. Basically saying like they'll give you everything but what you ask for.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that just shows to me like how much money just has no value no more. Like they'll throw $12 million at you before they just say, "Yo, we'll admit we're wrong." Like they really threw $12 million at the family just before they. And this, I'm pretty sure this didn't come with getting her boyfriend out of jail, because I think her ex, obviously at this time, is still in jail and still trying to hold strong. And I'm like, what is he in jail for?
Exactly.
At this point anymore? So like this is all like, congrats to the family. Obviously, I mean, that's life changing money. That's now nothing to snub at. But at the same time, let's not take this as a major W. Let's not, be happy with this. You know what I'm saying? As a people, this is still, miles away from what we really, really want, which is actual change and just being treated like how we supposed to be treated. When something happens wrong, cops should get persecuted as such. So, let's just not, as a people, take this and run with it as like a victory. That's just my only real word.
I agree with you. Definitely.
Moving on from that, not the thing that's been really big in the country right now is on the West Coast, there's been these fires that's going on. And it's like scary to see, because like if you look at the pictures and like people are posting online that live in those areas, like they're like this one picture that I posted, like I swore I was looking at a wall. Like it looked like a painted wall, but that was legit outside.
Orange. The aesthetics, the when
like
aesthetically look pleasing.
It literally looked like this wall, but like literally it was fog and like smoke and stuff. And I'm just like, yo, that's crazy. But like I can just imagine how unhealthy the air is out there. You know what I'm saying? But basically they're saying like,
I didn't even think about the air.
No, the air is fucked, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't think about
like,
the air. I was thinking about the weed.
I
was like, yo, I feel bad for the farmers, son. The acres price about to shoot up, bro. I'm not gonna front.
Nah, you're not gonna lie. That's another conversation.
That is. Bro,
that's another
it's
conversation.
It's acres getting burned. Like it's probably farms and shit. Like, yo, it's about to be a hard winter, son.
Conversation. But to get into this, because obviously it's sad.
I think this was farming season 2. Like it was about to be a new crop. Like usually a new crop comes around this
block, bro.
So I'm saying like this shit is about to be bad, bro.
But obviously the fires is bad. But I just wanted to get, because just to go backwards. They said this started with a gender reveal. Like somebody did like a gender reveal.
My father told me that.
I didn't research it, I'm not gonna lie, but that's what I've been heard several times, so I'm believing it. But basically this sparked in my mind a conversation about gender reveals and how stupid they are regardless. Because that just wanted me to bring that to y'all. Like, would y'all do a gender reveal?
If I did, it wouldn't be anything crazy.
Because like, for you to start a fire with your gender reveal, like
they
that means you were doing the most.
Way too much.
They were probably trying to do something that's gonna land on the gram, and like
they probably was trying to do some Hawaiian shit for me. And then when you turn the smoke, it turned into blue and pink smoke and some shit like that for me.
You know RDC World, right? Mm-hmm. Like they did like a skit on like the gender reveal thing. I didn't really get it. Like niggas was doing like bazookas and stuff like that. Now I get it, bro. I honestly didn't know it was a gender reveal that started that shit. Like, cause California with it just.
Well, that's what they're blaming it on. I don't know. There's a lot going on in this world. I don't know anything. I'm not gonna try and be the conspiracy guy on here, but I just say this is what they're blaming it on. That's allegedly, what they say.
Conspiracy mode.
Conspiracy mode.
I might be Dapper Damas or
Dapper Damas
or conspiracy mode.
Oh, I like Dapper Damas.
One or the other, man.
Nah, but that's wild, bro. I hope that's not the case. But regardless of the fact, I hope that shit can get in control, bro. Cause
shit. If that is the case, I hope they outlaw gender reveals after this. Shit.
Next to outlaw, you can't outlaw.
Nah, you can outlaw gender reveal. This shit caused the whole fire, bro. The fuck,
you can't outlaw.
Why not?
A celebration.
Yeah,
they be like, yo, you gotta. Gender reveals is no longer legal.
If it was a birthday, if it was a birthday party, you're gonna outlaw birthday parties. You can't do that.
But it's not hot. It wasn't a birthday party.
You can't.
There's some new. There's some new age shit.
No, it's not.
It was gender reveals.
There's no way to police that. What you gonna do? Say, yo, we not.
They were doing gender. When our parents were allowed, they were doing gender reveals.
You don't know.
Yes, I do, because my father told me. There's some new shit.
Your father's not from America.
He came here when he was 10. They don't even do this in other countries. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think they do this in other
My parents
countries.
have ever heard of a gender reveal.
Nobody.
No,
Nah,
bro. I've had this conversation with older people. They're like, "Yo, we don't know what this is. Like, this is some new shit."
I'm not gonna lie, because it was new to me when it
That's
came
what I'm
out.
saying, bro. This is not. This some new shit,
this
bro.
is regular.
No,
Because like usually like if you want to withhold the like gender of the baby, like you give it to a friend and they tell you like later on, but like now they're like just like, yeah, we're gonna make it a big shebang and like do the
See,
whole
I'm not
thing.
doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Like making it an event.
facts.
You know
That's
what
what
I'm
they
saying. If
used to
it's
do.
like, oh, we had a baby shower. Oh,
That's
this is
what
what
I'm
we're
saying.
saying. That's different. You know what I'm saying? But actually,
Baby shower is common and it's regular.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
baby showers have been common. That's
But
been
I'm saying
common.
like a gender reveal separate from an actual baby shower is nuts to me. Like it's
That's what I'm saying. Like two separate.
Bro, that's a
things.
shorty. You don't. This shorty's idea, bro. Niggas
Yeah,
don't want to do
hey,
this. Like niggas
hey,
don't care for the
niggas
niggas don't care for the gender reveal. We don't give a. We
There's
probably
no-
don't even want niggas to know the
there's
baby. Like,
that
but when
no
you
man-
find out when he born.
There's no man on earth that's like, yo, we gotta do the gender.
You don't know that. You don't know that, bro. You can't speak for all niggas.
I'm speaking
Speak for niggas, bro.
You can't.
Speak for the
Bro,
niggas,
niggas
bro.
be different.
I'm there with you.
I'm niggas.
Niggas be different. I'm telling you, son.
I'm niggas,
I'm
and I'm saying,
hey.
ain't no nigga.
Exactly. Want to have a gender reveal, bro. They don't want to spend bread. They're hard on bread on a gender reveal. I guarantee you that. If they don't want to have it, they definitely don't want to spend their own
Niggas
bread on a
is
gender reveal.
different, bro.
Because that doesn't have a baby shower. after
Exactly.
it. Yeah, no.
That's our thinking. But I'm telling you, there's niggas out there.
Listen, give me a Burberry shirt.
That's what I'm saying.
Get the chair. Get a little venue. You can use a house if it's big enough.
Niggas said a house, you cheap bastard.
They be playing the baby shower games at the gender reveal now.
Facts.
I be seeing niggas. Pause. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all
we
shouldn't
about to
be.
say some wild
Y'all shouldn't be participating in them fruit roll up competitions. I be
Yo.
seeing. Feel me? You ain't seen niggas do that.
I've never seen
Niggas?
it.
I've seen niggas do the whole fruit up challenge. I don't know what that is. They do over
Niggas
there.
lose their morals at the.
Feel me?
at
I
the
don't
gender
know.
reveal.
It'd be like a obstacle course of who could down that part. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
I just know niggas be doing the most on
Flag on
them baby shower parties, gender reveal party
I'm
games.
throwing out the flagrant twos.
So I don't know.
Hostile act.
Little tees, bro. We got those little tees.
Them niggas be starving.
Brother.
Niggas be starving.
Yeah, brother, starving. But in other news along the lunchline chatter, another streaming service is about to pop up.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be called Paramount Plus. That's
Paramount Plus.
basically Viacom CBS's thing. It's gonna encompass a lot of our old favorites. One being the Behind the Music docuseries. This was your thing, so
Yeah, man.
take it away.
I mean, that's the one of the main things that I like found as a plus with this, because I fucked with the behind the music stuff. I liked learning about, artists past or whatever, how they got to where they are, whatever. The game, they're gonna revive the game. I do not care for that show.
Revive it?
They're gonna
Like-
revive it, bro.
like make a new.
I think like a new season. I don't know what.
That's
Whatever
bad.
the case is,
That's
the
bad.
game is coming back on
That's
that.
bad.
I didn't ask for that, but they said it's gonna be many, many more, man. Docuseries and how y'all feel about all these streaming services, man? It's like everybody has one now these days. I'm gonna get this Paramount Plus thing.
I was talking to my coworker the other day. I was like, "Yo, I'm blessed that like I really don't pay to stream much besides like my music. Other than that, like everybody kind of holds it down. Whether it's my father, my uncle, you guys got me on the certain streaming platforms. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that's me, but for whoever has to like track down like, oh, I love this show and I gotta go pay $10.99 for this, $9.99 for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Niggas in the building.
whoa, guest?
Yeah,
This
these
son
niggas
got
just pulled up.
Gravy and Leakerville in the building.
I didn't
Okay.
even know.
Yeah, they just
We're not communicating no more.
I
bro.
didn't
This
know
just
this
happened.
either.
No funny shit. I looked at my phone. Lee said, "Oh, well, send me the address to."
Niggas went to downtown Brooklyn. Just so you know.
Oh, y'all niggas.
Jeez.
He said he knew where niggas was going.
He
God
lied.
damn.
Never trust a nigga that say he knows.
Exactly. Yeah, facts.
You gotta be in the passenger seat with the Waze app open, like.
Facts.
You know what
Gotta
you
make sure.
But just to keep back on track, happy we got guests in the building. But for me, it's just like I just feel bad for people that have to like chase around different streaming services and stuff like that. It just I feel like it just needs to come. They need to centralize somewhere.
I feel like they will eventually, but this is just the slow burn of the cable's death. I think I've said it before. But
Absolutely,
cable will be obsolete soon in our in our lifetime for sure, bro. I'm saying it's just a matter of when. It's honestly our parents and shit that still watch cable for the most part.
Yeah, because watch cable, but I don't really need it.
Yeah, like if
I
your
really
if your
don't.
family didn't have cable, you wouldn't be like, Mom,
Yeah,
let's get
like-
some cable.
My man had cable since I was 10 years old.
Yeah, Ray was one of the early ones.
Facts.
My father was quick. Yo, we don't need this. Out of here. Boom, pulled the plug on that shit early, nigga.
Yeah.
But I was on Netflix before that shit became Netflix. Like when they were just giving out
The
DVDs in the
DVDs.
mail.
I was on
I was
that
on
early.
Netflix. So.
I was on Blockbuster when they tried to follow Netflix at first because Blockbuster tried to start sending out DVDs too to try to catch up.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that. That was their last hope. Like
Wasn't
Yeah,
yeah, no, because I think Netflix and Blockbuster like
They were supposed to be together,
Yeah,
but
and-
Blockbuster laughed at
they
Oh, so they
baited
baited.
They baited
Damn.
bad, bro.
Damn.
Big baits.
I was gonna say I feel like what's happening now, like you said, it's probably the death of cable. But eventually, like, what is there? I know it is. How much the cable companies are gonna become the new streaming companies or whatever they are.
Oh, yeah.
So for me, all these little companies like Paramount, Fox, CBS,
You think
NBC, whatever,
they're gonna
they all
start pairing up with like a Spectrum?
like like eventually they're all gonna start their own shop, boom, and then those three companies, whatever they're gonna do, they're just gonna start buying up. It'll just still be the same three companies, but instead of cable, they have these streaming services, and they'll probably bundle them up like how Disney did ESPN, Hulu, and Disney Plus, like in a bundle. You'll probably get all these shits in a bundle.
Yeah, that's that.
For me, like HBO got Marvel or DC on their shit now too. So like,
Yeah.
so like,
It's DC. Yeah.
eventually they're gonna all do that shit. YouTube might be like all them web series or whatever. Like eventually instead of cable, they probably just gonna have mad web series and the I mean Netflix already got their original series.
Gonna be on some
But like the internet,
YouTube originals.
exactly, like the internet
They
is
already
gonna have their
YouTube
own.
originals, I think.
Yeah, they got the Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
That
That's a
Karate
You-
Kid
that's a
shit.
YouTube
Yeah,
original?
it started on YouTube.
I didn't even know that.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually like YouTube, all them they gonna be in the streaming thing too. Like everything gonna get bought up, bro. You know,
Everything just
eventually
gonna
gonna
be
get
streamed? Damn, we're gonna be all up in these devices.
Oh, that ain't, bro.
All gonna be wearing glasses. No funny. But actually, Ray, you could take over the next because this will
Okay.
end off our lunch line chatter.
So for the last chatter, just to highlight the CFDA Fashion Award winners are let's start with Blackest Excellence. So shout out to American Menswear Designer of the Year, Pierre Moss. Thank you. And the American Accessories Designer of the Year, Telfair Clemens of Telfair.
Yo, when did this start, bro?
Yo, it just
Yo.
came out of nowhere, bro. One day, girls were just like, "Yo, you got the new Telfair." I'm like,
Like, what the fuck?
I was like,
Like,
whoa! And I seen the bag, and it'd be these little ass bags. I'm
it'd be all types of shapes and sizes.
I'm
But
like-
it's like I seen the logo before, but now I see it everywhere. Like that's the thing that have if you a woman.
and I didn't
like,
want to hate because I'm like, that's men being in women's business. So I just kind of left it as what it was. I was like,
I just
you
want to
what?
know where it started. Like who had it
I'm
that
not
made it
saying
hot?
nothing, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I
don't know.
did seen one person have like it last year. He made a story about it. He found a Telfair bag at a thrift shop for like $10
That's tough.
last year. Same bag, everything, and then 1 year later, shit just like out of nowhere.
crazy,
I'm
bro.
jacking this to quarantine, bro.
But
Niggas
it's like
in quarantine.
somebody had the shit. Was it like fucking?
It's the price point, too.
Ari or some shit.
Ari.
It's quarantine.
Black lives matter.
That's what I'm saying. Like everyone was looking for black designers at a
So
point.
you think that? I mean, that makes
For me,
sense.
it plays all into
That
it,
makes
and the
sense.
price point, like his price point is
It's not crazy.
his slogan is somewhere like he wants everyone to have. It wants it to be
Nah,
attainable,
yeah, but
like
think-
attainable luxury. That's
yeah,
his.
and
That's
I'm not
his,
gonna lie. The funniest thing about it was that like people were trying to like bot it. You know what I'm saying? Buy it
Yeah.
and all that. And people were just like, "Nah, we're not buying that if it's not directly from him." Like
I was gonna
that-
say he kind of came up with he kind of changed the game in a sense like he started a thing against the bot. I mean, if this is the first answer, I don't expect it to be perfect, but he basically made like a pre-order.
Yeah.
Where like he was like, yo, if you don't get it we're gonna have a list of all the items, buy whatever you want, but just know you're gonna expect it basically 3 months from now.
Yeah,
it could be
like-
anywhere from 3 to 5 months from now. You're gonna get it. It's just gonna be 3 to 5 months from now.
Because that's how you. Yeah, that's the best. That's probably the best way currently.
That's the best answer idea I've seen
Yeah,
for companies
currently.
to like bat against bots.
Right.
I'm not going front because these companies they don't really care about niggas buying bots and the resellers and shit like that.
That's a fact.
So
No, yeah,
Shout
shout out to him.
him.
real quick, Pier Paolo Piccioli for Valentino,
Sounds-
International Women's Designer of the Year, and also Kim Jones for Dior, International
Yeah.
for men.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to them, man. Always good
Facts.
to see black excellence, especially getting recognized in a predominantly white, world.
Yeah, and that at least in that fashion game, that's definitely predominantly white.
Super. I still don't like Virgil like that though. But I think that's gonna close out the lunchline chatter segment of the pod. So we're gonna move on to a new segment we came up with. Well, it's not new. It's a new name. We're gonna call it the Free segment. Free gonna basically just be anything we wanted to bring to the podcast that's just not current events, that's not music, just anything we wanted to talk about. And recently we was having a discussion, not too recent, it was like last week, about boring girls. How'd that conversation go?
I think it was about boring girls, but we got more into depth about the transaction. The transaction.
So take us there. I kind of forgot how that combo went.
All right, so like, I think it was Brian. He had said something about he doesn't like when people view relationship as a job.
Yeah.
Like it started as a job.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, because he feels like it makes it transactional. Like,
right.
which when you think about it like that, it does make sense. But when I was talking to him, I was like, the way I think about it, or most people think about it, relationship is a transaction of sorts in any sense. Whether you're losing time, whether you're losing money, from you're losing something.
You're spending something.
But then again, like he was saying, you're losing it in hope to gain, like this relationship with this person. For me, it's like a gift. Like I would think I'm not a relationship. Like for me, I don't know if I'm even the right person to be talking, but I would think it's a give and take thing. I was gonna say I would think it's a give and take thing. That's how I always thought about relationships. Like
for sure.
It's an ongoing negotiation for the rest of your life if you stay with this person.
I mean, for one thing, being the man in the room, I guess that's in one. It's a choice. You wake up every day, and you say to yourself, like, yo, like, I'm in this. I'm going to be faithful. Like, you wake up every day. It's pretty much a choice. I mean, at some point, things start to get, obviously, like, become systematic and, like, just kind of
routine.
Do it. Yeah, routine. It's a better word. But, like, you know what I'm saying? To say it's a transaction is kind of the wrong word to use. I mean, definitely give and take, but transaction's a tough word because, like, it's not like, there's any, like, real...
Well, job, is that even a better word than transaction?
It's not a job, though. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's something like, it's like us with this podcast. Like, we come here and we do it because, like, we like to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, we want to gain things from this, obviously, but, like, we still come here, because we like doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And we like, just kicking it with each other, talking, chopping it up. So, like, I don't know what word I could use to describe it, but it's just like, it's something it's like something you just like, you want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I was like, you hope to get, like they say, if you get a job that you love, it's not really working.
Yeah, that's what you hope.
That's what you're hoping for.
Exactly.
That's what you're striving for. Right. But there are going to be times where you're like, yo, it's a job, my nigga. Like, I might not want to do this today. I wake up today in the morning, I'm like, yo, damn, I'm still in this.
And I think that
I'm still here.
And I think that was Brian's point. Like, he's out of there, basically, if it becomes a situation where it feels like, when you got to wake up for 7 in the morning to get to your job for 8 or whatever. Like, once it starts to feel like that, then I think that's what it was like.
You got to go.
His thing, you know what I'm saying? But that brings up a question for me is like, I don't know y'all relationship, like, history like that, you know what I'm saying? But what are the signs for y'all that, this is becoming a task for me? Yeah. This is becoming,
Shit, when I'm carrying a conversation every time, that's the biggest thing. Like, I hate that shit, bro. I hate that shit so fucking much. That's a pet peeve of mine. Because I know I'm easy to talk to, and if it's a female counterpart who was easy to talk to as well, we gonna click. Like, it's proven, my nigga. It's proven. So if it's not clicking, for the most part, it may sound like conceited or whatever, but it's not me. Like, if it's not clicking, it's dead not me. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the main thing.
It's never been you.
It probably been me a couple times, but like for the main part, for the I don't
majority
for the majority of it.
I don't know. I never made it that far. I'm not gonna hold you.
What is wrong with you?
I never made it that far.
Nigga just be thinking about sex in the head, bro.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm not gonna fight for me. I'm trying to vibe out for me. I'm one of them niggas. I'm looking for a vibe. I'm not looking for no relationship right now, nigga.
Hey, we getting old, bro. I don't know how
how
much
time,
vibe you gonna be getting.
The only facts. The only time that it was like a red flag where I ended immediately was shorty in high school when she was like, I realized after like a couple months she was racist.
Oh damn!
So I was like, oh no, this is for me. I'm out of here.
She
Quick facts,
racist.
bro.
Tell them what she said, bro.
I basically more or less I walking her home one day and she was talking. And then somehow, some way, we started talking about, past partners. And I told her about somebody that I had a relationship with.
It was a Negro.
And I was gonna say that she happened to be a black girl. Shorty was like astonished. She's like, "You kissed a black girl?" Like, exactly, gas, hand on chest. I'm like, yeah. She's like, how was it? How did it feel? I'm like, oh, nah, it's over. I was like, yo, that's when it clicked for me. I'm like, nah. I'm like, it felt like kissing a girl. Like, I don't know what you want me to say.
Like lips, nigga?
Like, I was like, yeah, this shorty for me, it just threw me off. I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Is she pregnant, by the way?
Yeah, I know.
All right, y'all gonna have to tell me who that is. I can't remember who that is off the top of my head, but we'll get to that after. We're gonna go into this. Actually relates to our first topic of the day when we was doing the lunch line chatter. But did everybody watch that YouTube video?
I saw it.
He's been hot damn my Rockets who we're talking about, and he's had an interesting last few years to say the least.
Character development, they say.
Yeah,
I read somebody saying in the comments.
For those that haven't followed him, I'm pretty sure you've seen his video in the past. He's been putting out videos from probably when we was in like
there probably
early
be
high school.
No low key more, no Shiggy.
Yeah, we're talking one of the first OG YouTube dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Funny YouTube comedians.
Skits.
Like,
like real.
He put his soul in some
real
skits. Boy.
Movies. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy, but he went through a lot of trials and tribulations right after the other. A lot of trauma
since 2015.
Pretty much, yeah. And now in 2020, he seems to have reemerged as. Well, he reemerged kind of like a couple years ago, but he seems to reemerge as a more woke,
completely different being.
He still speaks in the same way that draws your attention. He has that gift of like, kind of like, I guess I call it gift of gab, where he can talk to you and you're just like, yo, like.
It's more like, I feel like when I saw the video, it felt like more like poetry / spoken word more than like, comedic. I guess.
He's definitely like, he's completely. I killed that.
Like there's no comedy whatsoever when it comes to him now.
Right, but to even get into the video, basically, he was promoting his like new book or whatever it is he kind of did, like a book or something he was promoting. Some type of ASMR album.
It was a book and an album.
Yeah. So, but before that, he did like about I'd say 12 minutes of like commentary 8 where he just was kind of like speaking on what's going on in the country and. Well, the world technically, and one of the things that struck out to me was him basically saying like, he had mentioned what happened to George Floyd, and he mentioned how he pulled out his phone and just like, yo, like everybody's just recording it, and like I really had to think about it. It was like, yo, for 9 minutes, people sat there and recorded that man getting with a knee on his neck. Like it was a crowd. Like it wasn't like this was a skimp audience. It wasn't. One wife, one woman. Like, this is in front of a store. This is public place. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking about it. And then he did a part where he just like pretending somebody's pushing him. He was like, "You should go do something." He was like, "Nah, I don't know that nigga."
Yeah.
Like, and that was like really hit me there because I'm just like, yo, like that's really what it is. Like we'd rather, in my opinion, like it seems like we'd rather be the first one to break the story than to prevent it from becoming something. But I just wanted to get y'all thoughts on the video overall and like what y'all gathered from it. What do you think of Kane? Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I felt like the part that stuck out the most for me was when he said, more or less, I think verbatim, he said, "It's funny how we live in a world where it's if you see something, say something, but snitches get stitches." And I was like, that kind of is America in a sense, America is a very oxymoronic country.
Nigga, what?
So again, is I have a friend that lives down the block from me. I probably met my son Seth. He's a very different. He thinks different, and like this video reminded me of him because he's. I want to say he's not a negative thinker, but like if I think I'm very realistic, he's way more realistic than anybody I've ever met. Like he comes off, he's already saying it. He's like been saying it. Like, oh, what's the point of marching? What's the point of doing all of this? Like for me, what is it really doing? Like for me, what is it really doing? He's like, there's no change when it comes to this. Like people recording all these kind of stuff. Like for me, he don't think he doesn't see any positivity. I think he's at the point where, like I've been saying, like some people feel violence is the answer or the only answer left. Right. Where like that's what he says. Like he feels like the kids now they're doing more than our forefathers did. Like not Martin Luther King peoples, but like maybe our parents' age, like the 90s whatsoever. Feel me? Like he feels like this generation has done more than that, and then, like, feel me, that they should look to those people for guidance. Like, you should do it yourself. Like, you know, they say young people know what they want, so to go out there and just do it.
Interesting opinion for sure.
Yeah,
I might differ in some aspects, but I see where his thoughts come from. But I do disagree slightly. But
no, it was a very thought provoking video. And that part in particular where he was like, I don't know that nigga. Like, it definitely resonated with me too, because it's scary that anybody that we know, or God forbid ourselves, can be in that situation, and like, you would want somebody to help you if it's you in that situation.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
What
and that shit could have really changed if a group. I mean, and it's easier said than done.
Absolutely, I'm not here saying that I would jump in. I don't know.
But realistically, it would have, like, the whole thing would have changed if a group of people rushed the fucking cop to get him off him. Like, granted, other people probably would have been hurt.
I was gonna say that.
You know, whatever the case. Know. Yeah, like, there's a lot. That's the thing.
A lot could have went wrong.
Because, like you said, like, I will want somebody to come help me.
Yeah,
Do I expect people to help me? No, not
just
at all.
Considering this, like, because
remember a couple episodes ago when we had a discussion where I was like, if I'm in that situation and it's a cop, you know, feel me? If I'm a teacher, a lawyer, somebody that has something to lose, obviously, it's hard to say that you're gonna be, like, feel me? Whether it be in that George Floyd situation. I think when we talked about a couple episodes of the pod, it was like a regular person that got caught hopping the train. It was like a mother, and they were doing it in front of her kid.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, like, if I'm in that position, I don't know what I would have done. I feel like it's a reaction thing. Like, whether you're gonna do it or not, it's like you're not gonna think about it.
I feel like whether you do it or not, it'll happen in those seconds.
One thing I will say I'm not doing is recording. I will say I'm not recording.
For sure.
I'm not filming.
Niggas be so quick to grab their phone for anything, bro. That shit is weird to me.
At this point, like how Dan Rock said, at this point, like, feel me, what is recording really doing? Like, feel me, you might go viral and to get eyes on it, but I mean, again, Breonna Taylor is like, what's the most that could happen? My family gets settled for some shit that happens, like, or the family might get settled for something that happened. Like, it's hard. Like, recording don't really do much anymore.
It's just putting more eyes on trauma.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because it's like, it just shows how much of a difficult position we're in when things of that nature happen. It's like, you know, like, obviously fight or flight at that moment, and just like for me, it's like I can't walk away because it's here in front of my face. So it's like, if I help, this could end worse for me. Like,
exactly.
I might save him and kill myself. So you know what I'm saying? It's a double-edged sword?
Yeah, double-edged sword.
Double-edged sword, you know what I'm saying? But to move on to the next piece of free, the social dilemma.
That's a great segue, because that's exactly what they were talking about in the documentary, about how they combat trauma and push it into our lives.
Exactly. Social dilemma, for those that don't know, it's a documentary on Netflix. I believe it just came out not too long ago.
Probably a week ago.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of watching it, like, 2 days ago, I think it was. You guys all watched it?
I haven't watched it yet.
I watched it today, but, like, there's another before we talk about it, there's another documentary, if you enjoyed that I watched a couple years ago, called The Great Hack. And basically talks about more or less the same thing, more so on the side of how they used it to get to change countries voting wise. They more so focused on that,
right?
Because they was talk specifically.
I think I did see bits and pieces of The Great Hack.
I was gonna say, because in the social dilemma, they took in a broader scale how these companies like Facebook, Twitter, they use our information to, like, feed us whatever it is that we think. Like, feel me? Like, they were saying it's our own narrative, our own little narrative in our phone that's different from everybody's. Like, basically, we all have our own algorithms, and everyone's is different depending on what it is you like. And once they do that, they figure it out, and they feed you a false. It could be easily a false narrative depending on what it is that you like and stuff like that.
Right.
Whereas The Great Hack, in that documentary, they focus more so on I forgot the name of the company right now, but this company bought up people's information. So, like, the information that is stored in Facebook and Twitter and things like that, there's companies, tech companies, where their job is to hoard that information and use it. They basically hoard this information, and anybody could buy this information. So in the Great Hack, governments use this tactic because it worked. They explained how it worked in 2016 for Trump versus Hillary.
Right.
But they even went into depth more. I think off the top of my head, the country was Trinidad. They used it. They bought this people's information from Trinidad, different type of groups, whether it was for I forgot how it worked in Trinidad, but I believe like the split vote was between like the Indian Trinis.
And
I don't know the correct vernacular, so
niggas be calling them coolies.
yeah, I didn't want to use coolie. I think some people feel offended by that, but either way, the Indian Trinis more against the I guess the black Trinis. I don't know exactly. I don't know how it worked, but all I know is they were trying to get the Indian vote more. They were trying to get them out to vote more, to split the black vote for whoever it is they want, and it worked. And I was like, yo, that shit is crazy, bro. I'm not going front. That shit is crazy.
Nah, yeah, and like just to bring back to the social dilemma real quick, it's like with that, it wasn't like most of it was information I knew, but it was crazy to see who they got to display the information, because it wasn't like they got random dudes that just been doing research. These are guys that helped create some of these things. Like the guys that created the like button were in this documentary, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where they were saying like, yo, most of these things weren't made to become what they are. Like you create the like button, and like now we see it as negative because there's mad teen, depression and suicide behind, people taking pictures down because they don't get enough likes. Yeah. When in actuality, he said, we made it just to be positive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I like this. I like this, you know what I'm saying? But now that the likes are like kind of like monetized now, it's crazy like what people would do for a like. Like we always talk about that, like what people would do for the gram and stuff like that. But also just the fact that like he brought it up, like everybody has their own their own
algorithm.
And like it's all different. Like what I see on my IG Explore page is different than yours, and different than yours, and different than his. You know what I'm saying? And like I was brought it back to like real life. Like that's why our country's so divided, because like you really only gonna see what you see, like what you believe in. Like you're not gonna get any opposing opinions. And if you do see an opposing opinion, you're gonna see all the people that oppose it with you. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see the people that are defending that opinion. So it's just like kind of crazy, and like I can see why in the documentary they were saying like we can't last like this, because they were like, what do you think will happen if we continue like this? They were like, civil war.
I was gonna say we're seeing we're seeing what it's doing right now. Yeah. This for me, it worked in 2016 for that election. I'm pretty sure, however,
this election is gonna be.
I was gonna say exactly. However, this election goes, I'm pretty sure, no lie, tech companies are gonna have a field day with that.
Right. Absolutely.
And just to wrap it up real quick with the great hack, in that documentary was because there was a specific guy that worked for one of the companies, and basically when the whole Mark Zuckerberg, when they took him to court, Facebook, they got took to court.
Right.
He used that as a way to basically, he sued the company to buy back, because you can't buy back the information they have on you. You can't buy it back.
Right.
Like they have that, and they that's it. So he used it, since they were implicated in that court case, as a way to sue them and try to get his shit back. He's the only person to do this on record.
Right.
And obviously it didn't work. Like it didn't work.
Basically. I mean, as expected. I mean, this is all made, this jargon and all these, what's the thing that they make you accept before you
the terms and conditions.
The jargon in there. It's made so that you can flip it on any situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why the terminology is so vague and the word is so big and just that much information, because they know you're not going to read that. It's all set up to just make you,
just click real quick.
Yeah, like I'm like, it's like, yo, I'm not reading all this. I don't even understand it.
Like, I will say we specifically have the privilege of, like, feel me, we still were pre the age of this. So like we kind of have an upper hand of like, at least I don't feel like I'm run by social media. I've seen how it affects like my younger cousins and stuff.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna just get
so like I do what I can with them and tell them like, yo, feel me, like be on your phone all day, all that kind of shit. I don't care if I sound like an old head. I'll be like, yo, my nigga, go outside.
Yeah, you feel me? Because like kids born in like 2010, 2011, like this is what they know.
No, exactly.
Like this is all they've known. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But we're gonna wrap up the free section with that. Quick intermission. We got something new here. This is actually new. We call this the Baddie of the Week.
The Baddie of the Week. Baddie of the Week.
This is a Ray creation. I know everybody thinks this will come from me. This is a Ray creation.
Yes, I just want to, feel me, this the point of this segment is real quick. I just want to highlight the Baddie of the Week, put emphasis on the queens out there, showcase y'all, make sure that y'all getting y'all just due, and I'm not gonna lie, this week's Baddie of the Week is one of my favorites.
She's up there for me.
She's one of my favorites. JT dropped the pic a couple days ago. She had the purple bandana pants on with the off-white fours, looking all fly. Chest was out. She was looking like a gorgeous woman right there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I just want to say shout out to JT. They doing good things over there. Thank you.
Yeah, the picture should have popped up by now.
Feel me?
Somewhere over there.
Yeah, but She looked pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
I just want to shout out JT.
Shout out JT. Shout out City Girls.
Yes.
Facts.
All right. Moving on into another segment. We're gonna call this one Cookie Crumbs. We're not gonna tell you why. It's just called Cookie Crumbs. But in this segment, we just talk about anything that deals with relationships, love, marriage, the whole thing. Like anything that falls into that kind of category is gonna be called Cookie Crumbs. So make sure I remember these because I'm not gonna repeat these next week. So this week we got Mya Moore's dedication to fighting social justice, ending in a marriage.
Facts. So Mya Moore, as if for the people who don't know, she's basically the LeBron James of the WNBA.
Absolutely.
4-time champion. Completely dominated in college in UConn.
I was gonna say that. I know she played for you.
Yeah, bro. She's just a fucking. She's a monster, bro. 4-time champion, bro. But yeah, she took a leave or semi-retirement last year. To literally fight social injustice, and one thing in particular was a case. Let me get his name correct.
Is it Jonathan?
I think it's Jonathan Irons.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Jonathan Irons. That's his name. And
last name Irons.
Yeah, she
like
met him when
somebody out.
she met him when she was 13. I mean, no, 18. And he's now 40 or whatever. But he was sentenced to 50 years in prison when he was just 18. By an all-white jury who incorrectly convicted him in a burglary and non-fatal shooting. A judge tossed the conviction in March because the prosecution had suppressed evidence in a 1998 trial. Fingerprint findings would have likely exonerated Irons. So he served 22 years before walking free, and Mya Moore was a big reason for that. Like she used her power to.
Yeah, first off, clap it up.
Facts.
Mya Moore.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of dedication that people are expecting out of like NBA players. You know what I'm saying? They expect.
I expect that from anybody.
Anyone who has the power.
Stands for justice reform.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like people really want that. They want like people like KD, Braun to like really go that hard. Like show up at the Capitol building and things of that nature. I mean, obviously at this point, I wouldn't deem it as realistic, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mya Moore for taking that step, being one of the pioneers at this point.
And the beautiful thing is they ended up getting married.
Which I wanted to speak on because that's like true love. Because I'm assuming they didn't have conjugal visits. I don't know if they did or didn't.
I don't know. And
like, I mean, I would assume that, you know what I'm saying, without, with the generation we're in today, like to not include the sexual aspect, I don't know how often she saw him, but to not include that and then it's to really just develop feelings naturally.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Beautiful thing.
If y'all get, God forbid, y'all get locked up and y'all have a female woman in y'all life, do y'all expect her to like be faithful?
Nope.
Do y'all want her to still?
Obviously, I would want her.
Like, do y'all still?
I'm gonna tell her, depending on how much time I get, I'm gonna tell her like you might want to just
call it. You gonna call it quits or like you
gonna
let her go?
If we're married, it's different. But if it's just my shorty that's been my shorty for a minute, I might tell her because I'm not gonna expect her to wait 3-4 years for me to.
So what happened if y'all married?
If we married,
you gotta hold it down. Fuck is you talking about?
So death do us part, baby. For better or for worse.
You don't say jail in there though.
For better or for worse, bro.
Yeah, true.
So death do us part. Jail ain't death.
It's close.
That's true. Damn.
It's close.
I don't know what I would do, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out to her. I mean, got the job done and got married.
Hey.
I hope the marriage lasts.
I hope they are a happy, beautiful black family forever, man.
We got some good kids on the way.
And I hope when she come back, she, get that 5th championship.
Son trying to put some iron in her.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Respectfully.
Wow. All right.
Mya Iron?
Mya
Irons?
All right. Well, as we wrap up the show, we're heading towards the wrap up of this. I guess we'll end it with a "You Know What I Hate." I got one in my head off the top. What was it?
Nick's off the top.
Oh, cool. Got it. I thought of it like 15 minutes ago. But you know what I hate? I hate when I'm sober for whatever reason and everybody else around me is either high or drunk. Cause now I hate y'all. Like, you ever been like, I don't know if you ever experienced it, just been sober, like not high, not drunk, anything, but everybody else is.
Absolutely.
And like, they're
annoying.
They're annoying the fuck out of you, bro. Like, you're like, yo, why would you do that?
Especially if you're
like,
drunk.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and then now you look at them as like just ignorant people. Like I've had to like step away from my friends before I had to like punch somebody in the face because I'm like, yo, y'all are blowing mine.
I got annoying friends.
That's just me though. Like that's my, you know what I hate.
I hate when your sheets they shrink. So when you get one corner, the other corner come off. So you gotta keep. Yeah, I hate that shit.
On the other side, like a starfish in the bed.
I'm dead. That's when you want to call your, for me, you gonna call your moms or your roommate like, yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Hold me up real quick, hold
by
this down.
yourself, boy, you just be dread.
You gotta push it into the corner of the wall.
It be shit, bro.
The starfish, that's funny. I'm not gonna fight. That's funny. What do I hate today? I know exactly what I hate today.
God.
Yo, I hate the fact that they put up so much speed cameras in New York now, son.
Oh man.
No funny shit, bro. They're everywhere. Everywhere, my nigga. Oh my god.
Hopefully
I say
you
that.
get one today.
I was gonna say yeah. Hopefully I didn't get one today. I don't know. I'm not really too confident.
I knew it was OD.
I seen a flicker that was too close.
I knew it was OD when I got a speeding ticket for going 35 miles.
Oh my
No,
god.
36. And a 36 and a 25.
That's
Like 35 6 is not even fast in general.
It's not.
So why am I getting a ticket for going 36 miles per hour? I was like, yo, this is nuts.
Now we gotta do the which would you rather.
Okay. Go ahead.
Which would you rather get hit in the shin by a scooter, or hit your Achilles on the end of an old bed frame?
Your Achilles on the end of an old bed frame.
I'm gonna say the end of the bed frame because I've experienced that
That's
before.
you would rather that?
I'm
bro?
not a scooter person. Like, feel me? Like, I'm not a.
Scooter.
I'm not a scooter hooter.
I'm gonna take the
good
razor scooter to the shin, bro.
I'm not.
Nah.
That
shit-
Achilles,
I am,
that
I
shit
am,
took me out like 3 times.
I've
in
hit my
life.
sh- I've
Bro,
hit my
that
shin
shit
before.
is
That shit
different.
hurts.
It hurts, but the like your shin is tougher than your Achilles. You feel me?
Yeah.
The Achilles is crazy.
That's just like
Facts.
Like I said, I've done the bed frame before, feel me? So I know when it hurt, I'll be like,
Nah, boy.
but I've felt that before. Like the shin, you know, new pain is, you don't know where that shit gonna go. New pain, that shit
Bro,
could be
it was
different.
so real. My mom put socks like on the edge of our bed frame,
Oh,
so we
man.
would have
I'm dead.
hurt ourselves. Like,
It was never that serious.
Bro.
Nah, it might be.
Nigga,
It might
my
be depending on
Achilles, bro.
how often you hit it. You know?
It was never that serious for me.
me and my brother had 2 beds in the room, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, facts.
Like we just
Yeah, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all niggas was always trying to put each other, feel me?
right.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with the scooter to the shin. Because it's a quick pain. It's a sharp
It's
one.
just sharp as
but
shit.
it's quick. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's all we had. I
Yes.
think we did pretty well on time.
Real smooth.
Real smooth show.
I believe this is episode 25.
Yeah, this was the
Facts.
solid
Quarter
25.
century.
Quarter century. And we're out of here.